A monopoly is when there's a single seller in a market selling a unique product which has no close substitute. Unlike other market structures, monopolies have no competition, and because they're price makers, they set their own prices. This gives them the power to raise their prices without worry of losing customers to competitors. In a monopolistic market with one supplier, there's very little to no competition. This is due to barriers to entry. Barriers to entry consists of high startup costs, customer loyalty, advanced technology, legal barriers, as well as economies of scale. Like all markets, monopolies have their pros and cons. One positive takeaway is that a monopoly enjoys economies of scale. This is the cost advantage that arises with the increased output of a product. In theory, this should benefit the consumers because as a firm grows larger and increases their output, the cost of producing that output decreases. Monopolies reduce their costs, becoming cost efficient, which can make the product more affordable. Another advantage is the massive profits that come with the monopoly. They have no competition, they're the sole provider, and this leads to greater sales. The profits generated can be used to drive research and innovation. Monopolies also have their disadvantages, which include the exploitation of consumers. There is no competition, so the firm may produce substandard goods without running the risk of losing consumers. Another problem consumers face with monopolies are higher prices. Monopolies have the ability to jack up the prices without losing consumers. This has become increasingly problematic in the pharmaceutical industry. Some firms like Mylan, the producer of EpiPens, acquired the rights to produce the product and increased the price by nearly 600%. How can these monopolies arise, and how are they allowed to increase the price of the product or service by such a substantial amount? Monopolies can arise for a number of reasons, legal barriers being one of them. A copyright is a legal right that gives the creator an original work exclusive rights to it, usually for a finite amount of time. The reason copyrights exist is to promote innovation by supplying the creator the opportunity to profit from their work. A patent is a declaration issued by a government agency conferring the rights to temporarily bar others from utilizing a product for a set period. The idea behind a patent is to promote innovation, disclose the innovation, as well as utilization in the market. Unfortunately, this has become a problem in the pharmaceutics industry. Some companies are exploiting these barriers in order to weed out the competition and jack up prices to profit heavily. A perfect example would be what's going on with Mylan and the EpiPen. For those that are unfamiliar with the EpiPen, it is an auto-injector device that is used to administer a potentially life-saving drug in people that are experiencing an allergic reaction. In 2007, Mylan obtained the rights to market and distribute the EpiPen, and since then they've driven out competition and increased the price. Since 2007, when it cost a consumer $100 for a 2-pack, we've seen a dramatic increase reaching upwards of $600. This tremendous increase in price is causing huge backlash towards Mylan, especially considering it's over a product that costs $30 to manufacture, drug included. Mylan isn't the only company we've seen exploit the market. Companies like Turning Pharmaceuticals and Retrofin both have abused their power and now have been under investigation.